welcome to today's video. I'm going to teach you how to use the HTTP request to get a method information from a website, or you can use it to post data or certain JSON information to a website. But this mainly has to be from a website you have a control over, or maybe even if you don't have any control from it. But if you want to get a certain information, you have to use the APIs and solution from a website or something like that. But today we just want to talk about the functionality, not skipping into APIs and so on. So we're going to be using the get method. So let's just get an information of a particular one here that we can use to get an information. So this was an API I created for my application recently for my website. So you should be able to use this to call a response. So now this should work perfectly. Oh no, we still haven't. No, this should work. But let's call this normally. Okay, so this is from render, and it takes time before render wakes up. So that's the reason why we had this error right here. So we need to wait for render to wake up, because once it wakes up, then we'll be able to get information from that. So let's come back and wait for it to wake up. Okay, it wakes up, and yeah, we have this data right here. So let's retest this now. This should work perfectly. We should have that data. Yeah, so now we have the data right here because it's actually waked up. So we can change this from test and ask it to auto detect, because the file is, this is normally in JSON, so it should return back in JSON. So once it auto detect, it comes back at JSON right here. So this is an API code, this is an API server, right? So and this got information right from the API. So you can call this API, use it to get any information, and you can use that information right here on n8n at any time you want. You can use this information to, maybe you can just call the split. You can call the split. You can just use the set. It's the set field. So the set field, maybe you want to maybe get the username alone. You can just use this and call it the username, and then use an expression, and then right here use an expression also, and then just use the JSON that username. So simple for that. Then you can use this anytime you want. Use this to get an information. Use this to gather something. Yeah. On the next class, we'll be talking about how to create a weather. We're going to be using a weather API, and we're going to be using the HTTP request to get information from a weather API to use it to know the current weather of the country and so on. So thank you very much.